brings together pharmaceutical, healthcare and drugs industry under one roof. So let me extend one more time a warm welcome to all your dignitaries present here. Our chief guest, Shri Prithviraj Chauhan ji, is already here. So let's start with this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, organized by Pharmexcil under support from Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, IFEX 2013 is the largest showcase of India's pharma export capabilities and also part of Brand India Pharma campaign. Over 500 international delegates are attending this exposition, which I can already see, from all over the world together with 50 regulators. So let's have a big round of applause for all of you present here and for all the dignitaries present on the stage. You come from across the globe for this. Our special guest of honor, Shri Rajiv Khairji, IAS, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. Our guest of honor, Dr. G.N. Singh Ji, DCGI, India. Our guest of honor, Shri Mahesh Jagare Ji, IAS, Commissioner, FDA, Maharashtra. Shri N.R. Munjal, Chairman, Pharmexcil. Shri Ashutosh Gupta, Vice Chairman, Pharmexcil. Dr. P.V. Appaji, Director General, Pharmexcil. Shri Nipun Jain, Chairman, SME Panel, Pharmexcil. Shri Raghuvir Kini, Executive Director, Pharmexcil. Shri Rajesh Shah, President, Indian Pharmacy Machinery Manufacturer Association. And Shri Bhavin Mehta, Chairman, IFEX Exhibition Committee, Pharmexcil. And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I request all of you present here to kindly stand up for our national anthem, please. And request all the dignitaries to light the ceremonial lamp.
गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीर धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशाय
N.R. Munjalji, Chairman Pharmexcil, for his welcome address, because who would know IFEX 2013 than him?
To welcome the esteemed dignitaries present on this momentous occasion is a great privilege and pleasure for me. Respected Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Prithviraj Chauhan Ji, Special Guest of Honor, Shri Rajiv Kher, Additional Secretary, Department of Commerce, Guest of Honor, Dr. G.N. Singh, DCGI, India, Shri Mahesh Ji, Commissioner, FDA, Maharashtra, Shri Rajesh Shah, President, Indian Pharma Machinery Manufacturer Association, Mr. Ashutosh Gupta, Vice Chairman of Pharmexcil, Mr. Nipun Jain, Mr. Bhavin Mehta, Chairman, IFEX, Exhibition Committee, Dr. P.V. Appaji, Director General, Pharmexcil, officer from the Indian and international regulatory authorities, past chairman, past presidents of Pharmexcil and IDMA, captains of the industry, members of the press, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all on the inauguration of this maiden edition of the India's Global Pharma Show, IFEX 2013, an international exhibition for pharma and healthcare co-located with Pharma Pro and PEC Expo. Pharmaceutical does not need an introduction. It has been extending its primary service of promoting the Pharma Expos to the best satisfaction of its member since its inception in 2004. Today's event has become possible due to the support of the Government of India, specifically Ministry of Commerce, and more specifically due to our brand ambassador, Shri Rajiv Kher, active participation of dynamic members of our Committee of Administration and expert of the industry. It has been a long time ambition of all of us at Pharmexcil to have an exhibition come platform for interaction of global pharma decision makers with the Indian industry. IFEX is a manifestation of the long cherished dream. I feel extremely proud and privileged that the dream has become a reality during my tenure. Congratulations are in order to each and every one of you for making this happen. Mumbai is a home to the Indian Pharma Inc. When we had to decide on the venue for the IFEX 2013, we did not have to think twice. This has all been made possible by the support extended to the pharma industry by the Government of Maharashtra under the exemplary stewardship of the Honorable Chief Minister Shri Prithviraj Chauhan Ji. The Indian pharmaceutical industry has over the last few decades evolved from almost a non-existent entity to a world leader for the production of high-quality medicines. The Indian entrepreneurs have the skill and its ability to create enterprises that can thrive in the global marketplace. Today, we can hold our own in front of the best in the world, and this in itself is a huge achievement. A special welcome to more than 500 overseas buyers and 1,000 delegates from over 100 countries who have traveled all the way to be part of the IFEX 2013. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the support of the Health Ministry, our respected DCGI and the regulators who have participated here and enabled us to project India in the global market. The IFEX is going to be an annual event. Our endeavor is to make IFEX the face of Indian pharma to the global community, and looking at the encouraging response, we are confident of doing better and better in the coming years. The success of any event depends upon the extent of the interaction between the speakers and the participants. This seminar is going to be addressed by several industry experts whose pool of knowledge and experience will certainly benefit and support other companies, especially SMEs. A number of MOUs are also expected to be signed in these 3 days, thus furthering our ties with the global pharma industry. Moreover, this would also be an ideal platform in our continuing efforts for branding India Pharma that is RX India, Pharmacy of the World, initiated under the guidelines of the Ministry of Commerce, Government of India. IFEX 13 is the largest pharma expo without having the Chinese participant, or for that matter, it's only especially India show for the world. Despite having dependence on China for API imports, further policy support by the Government of India will make us self-reliant and stabilize the balance of trade with China. I'm sure the ensuing 3 days, due to the number of scientific sessions organized, businesses session offered, and the exhibitors present here will enrich our knowledge. The interaction all of us will have with each other will help us to understand and pool our strengths and resources to meet the global pharmaceutical challenges, with an aim to continuously strive for quality at its best and at the most cost-effective pricing. Last but not the least, we shall strive hard to increase the access of medical help across the world and comfort more lives. I once again warmly welcome you all to this international exhibition for Pharma and Healthcare, IFEX 2013. Jai Hind.
So much, Shri N.R. Munjalji, for giving us such a wonderful insight of how Pharmexcil has extended its support all over the globe. I was reading about it on the site and I got to know how our Indian pharmacy has reached all over the globe and how we have been benefited by other pharmaceutical things and other pharmaceutical technologies all across the globe, and that's what is globalization, and it's really helping us. So now I'd love to invite Shri Ashutosh Gupta, Vice Chairman Pharmexcil, to say a few words.
Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Prithviraj Chauhan ji, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, our overseas guests, friends from the industry and media. This is a historic day for Indian pharma industry when over 500 of our top overseas customers from 104 countries have kindly accepted our invitation to attend IFEX and be amongst us to visualize our strengths, innovation and capabilities. India, the pharmacy of the world, is pleased to extend its welcome arms to the world at IFEX. Indian pharma industry is committed to serve the mankind with best quality medicines at most competitive prices. IFEX is the flagship show of Pharmexcil, and I am pleased to express my personal gratitude to our members who have given their wholehearted support in this endeavor. We are extremely grateful to Ministry of Commerce who have given full encouragement to IFEX and helped us create a show of India for the world. IFEX has focused on all sectors of healthcare, pharmaceuticals, Ayurveda, surgicals, medical equipment, medical disposable and medical devices. With the inception of Pharma Pro and Pack as a co-located show, we also have pharma machinery. This makes IFEX a one-stop shop for everything related to healthcare. IFEX is not just an exhibition but a great facilitator for business. We are having buyer-seller meets for the exhibitors on the site. Technical seminars are being conducted with the active support of IDMA. Technology support such as softwares like MoveUp have been used to promote pre-fixed appointments. I am pleased to inform that more than 7,500 meetings have been pre-fixed with the help of this software. We hire Dun & Bradstreet for publicity in overseas markets. In India, we have advertisements on Radio Mirchi, footnotes on Zee News, Zee Business and Aaj Tak, press conferences and many more. Pharmexcil is committed to increase the exports of pharmaceuticals from the country, and IFEX is a major milestone in the process. The next big news for the industry is opening of warehousing facility for the industry in Nigeria this financial year. A huge delegation visited Nigeria led by Shri Rajiv Kherji himself. This as a pilot project will lay the foundation for many more of such warehouses in other continents as well as countries. To facilitate this endeavor, we are going to sign many MOUs in IFEX as informed by the chairman with international associations and councils for event as well as information exchange. Friends, IFEX will be an annual event, and I'm extremely pleased to announce IFEX 2014 from 24 to 26 April next year, same venue. With this, I wish all the best to our overseas guests and my Indian friends for the show, and I'm sure that when we all go back, we'll have unlimited opportunities and possibilities for business. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Mr. Rajiv Khairji and Shri Raghuveer Kiniji. It was such a wonderful insight in IFEX 2013. And now may I invite Dr. P.V. Appaji, Director General Famixil, and of course Shri Rajiv Khairji, IAS, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, to kindly come and felicitate our very own chief guest, our Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Prithviraj Chavan ji. May I hear for a big round of applause, please? And now, may I request our chief guest, Shri Prithviraj Chavan ji, to kindly launch the show catalog, please. And now, may I invite our very own Dr. P.V. Appaji, Director General Famixil, to kindly please join us and give us some more insight about IFEX 2013.
It's a great honor for me to introduce our most beloved Chief Minister of Maharashtra, who has very kindly agreed to see the CEOs of pharma, and in a short period he showed his interest and he has been with us. I have the pleasure of introducing Honorable Shri Prithviraj Chavan ji. Shri Prithviraj Chavan ji is the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. An engineer by profession, he graduated from BITS Pilani in 1967 with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. After a UNESCO scholarship in Germany, he got a master's degree in engineering from the University of California at Berkeley in the USA. As a technocrat, he worked in the field of aircraft instrumentation and designing of audio recorders for anti-submarine warfare in the US before returning to India and becoming an entrepreneur in 1974. After his return to India, Shri Chavan ji founded a research facility to develop special purpose computers and military electronic equipment. After the advice from the then Prime Minister, late Shri Rajiv Gandhi, he decided to join politics and was elected to the Indian Parliament in 1991. He also assumed various posts in party level and in the government. Shri Chavan ji holds 5 portfolios as MOSD, the highest by any minister in the UPA government, including Science and Technology, Health Sciences, Parliamentary Affairs, Public Grievances, and Pension and Ministry of Personnel, which includes the CBA. He was elected to Rajya Sabha in April 2002 and later unopposed to State Legislative Council in April 2011. As a Chief Minister, with major thrust on inclusive development, he is always keen on effective implementation of various programs and schemes. Today, Maharashtra has got 33% of foreign direct investment which came into this country from April to November 2012, more than any other part in India. dynamic industrial policy prepared under his guidance is meant for maximum facilitation to industry and removing regional imbalances. With focus on merit, expertise, transparency, and building systems, he is responsible for paving way for many reforms in crucial sectors like revenue, land, housing, urban development, and irrigation. Schemes introduced by him to bring in good governance, regulation, and transparency in the real estate industry have already brought relief to homeowners and sent out a message that the government has zero tolerance for corruption and rule bending. Mumbai, a financial capital of India, is witnessing sea change during the last 3 years under his leadership. Metro and monorail journey in Mumbai is a reality very soon, and the Eastern Freeway project, water transport, will ease the traffic load in central Mumbai. The trans-harbour links that will connect the hinterland infrastructure projects like Dharavi redevelopment, Navi Mumbai International Airport are underway. With this, I would request Honorable Chief Minister Prithviraj to kindly address us. Thank you, sir.
Shri Rajiv Kher, Additional Secretary, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Dr. G.N. Singh, Drugs Controller General of India, Shri N.R. Munjal, Chairman of Pharmexil, Shri Gupta, Shri Shah, Shri Bhavin Mehta, distinguished delegates to the first ever Pharmaceutical Expo, foreign visitors, regulators, CEOs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm indeed delighted to be with you today as you gather here for the first ever expo, the Indian pharmaceutical and healthcare sector. If Pharmexil was separated from Chemexil, the government-sponsored export promotion councils about 7-8 years back. And while every sector has their own annual exposition, I think pharmaceutical sector, particularly the generics industry and the active ingredient industry, the manufacturers of machineries, have decided to gather here today and has informed that large number of manufacturers, buyers, regulators are here. And as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, I welcome all of you. I come from abroad and come from other states. I'm sure your conference here would be mutually beneficial for all of you and will also help to promote Indian pharmaceutical industry and also boost pharma exports out of India. Your current export level of about $13 billion US is expected to double in next 2 years. And I think this will not happen automatically. All of us will have to work very closely because we consider this to be a sunrise area, an area where highly trained human resources that this country produces will be gainfully deployed, not only in expanding the industry here in India, but ultimately to afford affordable health care to people of India and people of the world. Many who still do not have access to medicines will benefit if the costs of medicines goes down. But that also means that as we expand our businesses, as we expand our export growth, we also have to continue to do innovation. It cannot be a one-way street where just we base our industries and research done outside in developed countries. It has to be a very balanced approach where we also undertake our share of innovation spend. This state, which is the second largest state in the country, both in area and population, has often been called the driver of Indian economy. It's the most industrialized state with the highest industrial production, highest industrial employment, highest exports, and we get almost 1/3 of the foreign direct investment that the country attracts ever since we opened up FDI in our country in 1991. And we'll continue to lead. Very recently, we launched our new industrial policy, which we do every 5 years. The previous policy, which focused on large investments, large units, which we called mega projects, attracted close to 270 large projects with an investment of over 500 crores. We have a very attractive incentive package, where if an industry is qualified to become a mega industry, mega project, if it gets a mega project incentive, then all the taxes, particularly the value-added tax, which is generated out of your manufacturing activities, is refunded to you to the full extent, 100% if you're located in a backward area, or 3/4 if you're located in less backward area, and there's a graded refund of the VAT taxes. So in theory, you could create an investment in Maharashtra with zero investment, provided you fulfill certain conditions. And that has attracted a lot of large industries in Maharashtra. The state of Maharashtra is a leading state in India's pharmaceutical map. We still produce highest amount of pharmaceuticals, chemicals, active ingredients of any other state, and also export a large quantity. And the reason for that is, this is where it all began. In 1947, after our country became independent, we had a very, very insignificant industrial base. Our research labs in our state, to name a few, the National Chemical Lab in Pune, the University Department of Chemical Technology here in Mumbai, which is now called Institute of Chemical Technology, which produced engineers like Mr. Mukesh Ambani, also the IIT Mumbai. These are world-class academic institutions which produce best quality of human resources required by your industry. The pharmaceutical industry, biologicals, genetics, and also contributes a great deal to whatever research that is going on in Indian companies, multinational companies here, and many of them are even manning R&D labs of major pharma majors throughout the world. To that, we add the the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, IISER in Pune. All these institutions continue to churn out the best quality of manpower. Please use that. I urge the Indian pharma people who are doing research and also international people who are here to look at very low cost of doing research in India. That is why many multinational companies in your sector have their R&D establishments in India, and I invite you to invest in research and innovation facilities and also manufacturing facilities here in state. Your industry has also a need for warehousing facilities. In the greater Mumbai, the Mumbai metropolitan region, which are now redesigning the whole area completely, we'll be creating a modern warehousing zone. We have a warehousing zone which is, many of them have been built without legal permissions. We will work out an arrangement where major warehousing facility will be created near Mumbai. When you talk of Mumbai, we talk about Mumbai's infrastructure. It's the largest city in the country. The city itself has a population of more than 12 million. And Mumbai attracts as a magnet people from the hinterland of Maharashtra, people from the rest of the country, people who come here in search of jobs. And that puts huge pressure on Mumbai's urban infrastructure. But I'm happy to inform you that we're working on that. Although it might appear to you to be a very slow progress, this year, the remaining part of 2030 will be inaugurating, not launching, but inaugurating various infrastructure projects, the transportation project to the tune of more than 5,000 crores, which is about more than $1 billion, will be inaugurated this year. The projects which will launch, which will include elevated railway corridor, which will include the Trans-Harbour Link, the longest bridge in India, which will connect the hinterland of Maharashtra, the Alibag district with heart of Mumbai, 22-kilometer sea link. Whether we talk Alibag-Virar multimodal corridor, a corridor which will have metro rail, which will have bus rapid transit corridor, which will have 8 lanes of highway. All these in an existing corridor, these are the transportation infrastructure projects which are being undertaken here today. The water transport will be on way soon. Transportation, clean drinking water and housing. Housing remains a major challenge for us. But we are working on creating new policies, making new land available, and making sure that we launch a massive public housing program so that people continue to come to Mumbai and Maharashtra and they get a world-class quality of life when they choose to locate their industries, when they choose to come and work in Mumbai and the industrial hubs that we have created here. With the help of Ministry of Industries and Commerce and Industry, Government of India, we have also launched another ambitious project which is called Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor Project with the help of Japanese government. The corridor will pass through Maharashtra and will create at least 2, perhaps 3 National Investment and Manufacturing Zones, NIMS, which will give a huge opportunity for locating your industrial units here, right next to areas which produce world-class manpower, world-class human resources. Today, there is no load shedding in the state. People tell me that our power tariff is slightly high. It is a fact that our power tariff is high, but at least we guarantee power without any load shedding. And it is the work culture in the state of Maharashtra which has made it a #1 industrial location in the country. And we intend to keep it that way, no matter what anybody says. And therefore I invite the potential investors to come and make new investments in Maharashtra. Those who already invested here, please If you are thinking of expanding, please do it here. And I think you will get a single window kind of a attention from Government of Maharashtra. We already, in Government of Maharashtra, we already started moving towards e-office. There are certain departments you already have where no paper file moves. Everything happens on electronically. There are districts, particularly I launched the Sindhudurg district as the first e-district. Right from a low revenue official level to the district collector, everybody works online without any paper file being pushed from one table to other, and therefore there is no red tape because there is no file. We are moving to modern administrative methods. Mr. Mahesh Jhagde, our FDI Commissioner, is here particularly, as Dr. Singh, who is a national regulator. I must say a word about, as I talked about innovation, I also must talk about regulation. Regulation is very important. Regulation must be robust. It should not be so robust that it chokes up the industry, but it should not be so light that the confidence of foreign buyers is eroded. And therefore just right amount of regulation, robust regulation, which gives confidence to the buyer that whatever is produced in India, there is absolutely no compromise in quality. And that is why, as Mr. Jhagde said, we have the second largest US FDA approved manufacturing locations in our country, most of them in Maharashtra. I understand there are many regulators from other countries here. And you'll get a chance to exchange ideas. Some of your new ideas which have worked in your countries, we'll be very happy to adopt. And I assure you that Government of India is very keen on the sunrise sector. I worked in Government of India as a minister for many years. And for a couple of years I was Minister for Science and Technology, where I came very close to this sector from innovation point of view. Now, here is the Chief Minister of a very important state of India. I welcome all of you and also thank you for having selected this location for your next Expo 2014. I understand and I appreciate the fact that you're not happy with the conference and exhibition facilities in the country. We don't have many, but we are trying to fix that. Very soon Maharashtra will have many world-class exhibition and convention centers. We cleared one in Aurangabad, we cleared one in Pune, one is already being built in BKC complex. This complex is also plans to redevelop this complex for a world-class convention and exhibition center. I think very soon, I can't promise you by next year, but very soon Mumbai will become the hub of international exhibitions and conventions. So let me compliment Pharmexil. Let me compliment your decision to hold the first ever Pharma and Healthcare Expo here in Mumbai. And I'm sure we'll continue to hold that every year and continue to guide, support the pharma industry, with the active ingredients industry, innovation in this field, regulation in field, all sectors which impact this sector in the interest of low-cost healthcare for all people in the world. I wish you all the best in the conference. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Shri Prithviraj Chavan, for giving us an insight on how our country, India, is progressing by the day. And thank you so much, Dr. P.V. Appaji, for giving the introduction of our very own CM. And now, may I invite on the podium Shri Bhavin Mehta, Chairman, IFEX Exhibition Committee, Pharmexil, to deliver vote of thanks, please.
Good morning, friends. Shri Prithviraj Chavan, Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Rajiv Khairji, IS, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Dr. G.N. Singh, DCGI India, Shri Mahesh Jagde, IAS, Commissioner FDA Maharashtra, drug regulators, senior government officials from India overseas, Shri Rajesh Shah, President IPMA, our esteemed international business delegates, Indian exhibitors, members of our Pharmexcil family and media. It is indeed my pleasure to present this vote of thanks in my capacity as Chairman IFEX Organizing Committee Pharmexcil. Friends, today is a proud moment for me. The long cherished dream of Pharmexcil to have a show of its own and display the best of Indian pharma products to a global audience has finally come true. And I am pleased to express my earnest gratitude to all of you in making this a reality. I would like to thank Shri Prithviraj Chavan, Chief Minister of Maharashtra, for sparing his valuable time from his busy schedule to come today and grace this occasion. It is a privilege, sir, to have with us and hear your words on encouragement for pharma industry and various infrastructure projects to be inaugurated in 2013 to facilitate exports. Your council will help us to take pharma industry in Maharashtra to a greater heights and plan for expansion in future. I would like to thank Shri Rajiv Khairji, IAS Additional Secretary, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, for his involvement from day one for IFEX 2013 and his valuable advice on creation of IFEX 2013. His remarkable contribution in making India a trusted name in sourcing quality generics at affordable prices. I would like to thank Dr. G.N. Singh, DCGI India, Shri Mahesh Jagade, IAS Commissioner, Drug Controllers Chief from Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka, Kerala, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, and Dr. Somani for joining us in today's momentous occasion. I would like to thank Shri Rajesh Shah, President IPMA, for co-locating Pharma ProPack 2013 together with IFEX 2013, helping us create a value chain show for pharma sector. Paresh Bhai Jurmulwala, Ratanji Singhania, and Mahendra Bhai Mehta deserve a special thank you, and our conference partner IPMA. I would like to thank our esteemed international buyers and exhibitors in giving us their wholehearted support in helping us establish IFEX 2013, a truly international show for pharma industry. My special thanks to entire Pharmexcil community to work jointly towards creation of our very own show. Dr. Appaji, the Bhishma Pitama of our fledgling council, sir, I thank you personally for giving personal attention to IFEX 2013, and your guidance at every step has made this happen. Mr. Munjalji, our chairman, Ashutosh Gupta and Nipun Jain, team support, and Pharmexcil Secretariat led by Mr. Kinney and his able team members Rojarani, Srinivas, Chandranshu, Neha, Navin, Kumar and Anil. Special thanks to Abhay Sinha for his untiring support for burning the midnight oil and help us reach today. Finally, I would like to thank my parents and my pillar support, my spouse Meera, my two sources of infinite energy, my daughters Anushka and Janvi, who have supported me in this mission impossible. Thank you all, and I wish you a great success at IFEX 2013.